Hey guys, welcome back to the Hear Me Roar pod. I am Tobi and my co-host is none other than the Kate Save, which you might know her from Shark Tank. She's also founder of BeFit Foods and picked up Telstra's Business of the Year award too. Kate?
Well, Tobi, you've got a super impressive CV, 25 years in global commercialisation experience, and you founded Creative Cubes, Australia's leading co-working space and real estate business.
All right, let's get on with the pod. Kate.
How are you, Tobi?
I'm so good. I since we potted last, been on a nice vacation.
Yes.
I took the kids to Fiji.
I saw that. That looked stunning.
I did a luxury escapes deal.
I did. I've done one to Bali. There we go.
It was amazing. Very, very simple, nothing crazy, but we did a day on, day off. So a day at the resort and then a day exploring. And the days we were exploring, we went to a place called Mala Mala Island.
Ooh.
Oh my God. This is like heaven on earth. Crystal clear waters, a massive jetty that my kids and I were jumping off.
I saw the pictures of the jetty. It looks stunning. Yeah.
And just zero phone. So I actually put my phone on airplane mode when I took off, and I didn't turn it back on until I actually tried to get back in my car because my phone is the key to my car. And the car wouldn't open. I'm like, what's going on? It's like, oh, my phone was on. It's still on airplane mode 10 days later.
I am still dreaming about that day. I haven't done it yet.
You have
I
to
was
do it.
in Africa. I was mostly uncontactable some of the time.
Yep.
But that's only
Look,
like
if you
a reception.
needed me, you could call Sim.
Yeah.
So Michael, our CEO, called me once. But like on the second last day where I was just kind of like hanging, it's like, I just need an update. I need something. I need to know something. And so that was actually a nice call at a nice time. But I actually do it every year. So I said to the board when I established Cubes, I said, I'll give you 49 weeks of the year, 24/7 if that's what we need to do. I just need 3.
Yeah.
And so every year I switch my phone off for 3 weeks. This year I might switch it off because I was away for that extra 10 days. We still got a 3-week holiday in January, December, January.
Yeah, amazing.
But I love it. And I come back with such energy, such clarity, such excitement.
Well, I don't have that, but my board said to me, where is your workplace? And I said, Mornington, where's your home? Mount Martha. And they said, that's great because you should not work more than 10 kilometres from home. So my kids' school, my workplace, hubby's workplace, kids' gymnastics, all the places we go are within 10 kilometres.
Yeah, amazing.
So I feel like I have more time with the family because I'm not travelling as much.
So the guest that we have coming on today actually needs no introduction, but his businesses span a little bit further than 10 kilometres. After the break, thanks to our friends at Rise, we're going to have Gabby Leibovich.
Amazing.
Guys, I want to introduce you to Rise, a business cohort like no other. So what is the Rise Network? Rise Network is a curated inner circle of 10 to 12 like-minded peers designed to provide a confidential, high-trust environment where business owners and leaders can gain strategic insights, actionable solutions, and lasting relationships. Rise isn't just networking, it's a game-changing business support system. It has strategic problem solving built in, expert facilitation, actionable insights, long-term impact and authentic relationships, and it's based exclusively around high-trust cohorts. For your membership, you gain full access to Creative Cubes. That means you can drop in when you're on the run to use the meeting rooms, breakout spaces, or even just dock in for the day. We wanted to serve the underserved, the people that do need the help, do need the support, don't necessarily have the funds to be able to do it, and don't necessarily fit into one of these other organizations. And so that's where Rise kind of came from. So there you have it, guys. Go to werise.au, and I hope to see you at one of our cohorts soon. Gabby, welcome to the show.
We're not starting yet.
We are on. We're
started. Okay.
Your water's on the way.
Okay, cool.
I'm really grateful that you left the bubble and came. But you were here in South Melbourne to start with.
Yes, I actually joined in the first week of South Melbourne. I think it was the first day, Tobi.
Yes.
And I was so eager to start at 9 a.m. I think it was March 2020.
That's correct.
I've been trying to write a book at home for a couple of months with not much success. And I reached out to you and said, hey, I got to get out of the house.
Yep.
and I was here at 9 a.m. and about 4 days later, COVID hit.
Yeah. So COVID hit 32 days after we launched the building.
Right.
32 days later.
Yeah.
In fact, we had pitch night, and the day after pitch night, the world went to shit.
And I really felt for you, Tobi, because I mean, a lot of businesses were disrupted, but none more than your business, for example, Creative Cubes. One that I was still am involved in, which was luxury escapes.
Yes,
we couldn't fucking travel, we couldn't do anything.
No.
So let me just dial it back. Gabby Leibovich, like North Star of entrepreneurs. I have very faint memories, but very a detail, like a very faint memory, but memory nonetheless, of Panna sales.
Oh wow! Okay.
On North Road and the Pean Highway.
Oh, I know that, near Southland-ish.
A little bit closer to St Kilda, but I heard of two brothers that were doing these amazing deals, televisions. I moved to Melbourne, and my mother-in-law loves a bargain. Said, you need to go see the guys at Panna Sales for your TVs, for the DVD, for your washer, or maybe, I don't know if it was washers and dryers, but like electronics.
Yeah.
And I fitted out my 2-bedroom apartment with some Panna Sales gear. So that's where it started?
Small correction, it was my father's business.
Okay.
I was in my 20s. My brother is 6 years younger than me. Jesus is my partner, and we've done everything ever since. But yes, those 10 years or 12 years working at Panna Sales, I left at the age of 32, was my, to be honest, university days. Sure. That's where I've learned how to talk to suppliers, how to buy, how to deal with HR issues, customer service, build my confidence and chutzpah. And I remember when someone introduced eBay to me around 2002, very early days of eBay, I said goodbye to my dad and I went to my garage and started selling on eBay. My dream was always to open a second Panna Sales store, and that was the only thing that I ever wanted to do. But then I realized that, wow, you can actually sell a DVD player to someone sitting at Perth, and they're going to buy it at 11 p.m. on a Sunday. And I mean, some people call us pioneers, and yes, we were there very early on, spotting the opportunity before everyone else.
So was Panna Sales just a brick and mortar?
Just a bricks and mortar.
And there was no online?
In Brighton.
So how did you evolve from Panna Sales to what is now, well, the late catch of the day, but became this raging success, which was Catch of the Day or catch.com.au?
So again, 2002, I left the business and I started selling on eBay from my garage in Caulfield. Every day I went to the local post office on Hawthorne Road. It's very much a Caulfield story. And took some parcels out of my boot, and it started with 3, 4, 5. And I think at the peak, we sold maybe 60 parcels a day, 60 items a day. You know, Kate and Kevin, the owners of the, Caulfield Post, were family friends, and we had lunch quite often because they saw me there 2 or 3 times every single day.
Incredible.
They had to see my face. After 2 years, I joined forces with my brother. My brother started chiropractic medicine, and after doing massages for 6 months, realized that it's not for him. We grew up in an entrepreneurial house where we always talked about how to make money. You know, I'm a soccer fanatic, and we never talk about sports. We only talk about business. We took a tiny warehouse in Moorabbin. I think it was 100 square meters, Wickham Road. And we launched a business and we called it dailydeals.com.au.
Wow.
Daily Deals had about 60, 70 SKUs, items, small warehouse. I was the buyer. I used to drive in a shitty van on the streets of Moorabbin in Melbourne, knocking on doors of suppliers and begging them for stock. Most of them asked you straight away, where is your store? And we told them we don't have a store. We sell online. No one understood online. No one understood eBay. They didn't know what we did. Some supported us. Many told us to piss off. But slowly but surely it grew. And in October 2006, we had this crazy idea of launching a business called Catch of the Day with the stupid idea of offering only one deal a day. And every day at midday, we listed one single item. It was a great deal in a certain category. It could have been electronics, and it slowly moved on to homewares and baby and you name it. But we slowly but surely educated the Australian consumer that it would be wise to watch Catch of the Day. We didn't spend a single cent on marketing in our first 7 years. It was before LinkedIn. It was before blogs. It was before Facebook. It was word of mouth. People were telling their friends about this new site they discovered, and even this new way to shop, which was online. Taking you back to 2006-07, none of the current retailers were selling online. Not mine, not Davy Jones, not Harvey Norman. Would you believe Bunnings launched their online offering in 2019?
Yeah, wow.
So it was, it was blue sky for growth. Saying that, consumers were afraid to shop online. And the number one question was, hey, is it safe to put your credit card online?
That's right.
So
I remember those conversations.
Very early days. I'm going to shut up and let you ask a question.
Is this a similar time? So Paul Greenberg had Deals Direct. Were they competition at any point in time?
Paul Greenberg was my mentor, so to speak. Without knowing him, we had no one to follow in their footsteps, and it was Paul Greenberg. So when we launched our daily deals site on eBay, his site was called Auction Brokers, and we looked up to auction brokers on how to list, how to word, how to market, how to photograph. Same thing when we launched our daily deals website before Catch of the Day. Paul launched prior to us a company called Deals Direct, which was very successful. We found that we actually couldn't compete with Deals Direct. As I mentioned, we had 100 SKUs and Deals Direct had 10,000, I believe.
We were a supplier like to Deals Direct, actually,
Yeah.
In the Pet Loo days.
So we decided to go the other way and actually minimize the offering to as little as one item a day.
And that exclusivity, but that when you get scale, that became a problem, is that?
Correct. So I remember when we started, our dream was to sell about 60, 70 items a day, and we did a quick calculation. We would pay the rent. We had about 6 employees, including us, 1 IT guy, 1 packer, 1 customer service, and so on. And the numbers just kept on creeping up, 60 to 600 to 6,000. Some days were extremely memorable.
I'm fascinated by the single name domain.
Yeah.
People don't really appreciate the value of that. So you started as catchoftheday.com.au?
Yeah.
And then you migrated to catch.com.au?
That was 11 years later. The rebrand happened in 2017.
And were you able, was someone
Look, I honestly don't remember with Catch. I'm sure that we've paid something for it.
Yeah, sure.
We are not afraid to pay. We have paid as much as $1 million on domain twice, and we've sold domains for $3 million, a single one. I love domain names. We've had some unbelievable ones over the years. When we saw Groupon, we launched Scoopon. I think Scoopon is a better, more explanatory domain name than Groupon. We launched Grocery Run. We had Mamgo. I'm very proud of fingertip.com, a fucking good name.
Yes.
And I'm going to give you an exclusive, ladies and gentlemen, today. We are the owners of one of the top domain names in the world right now, and it is for sale. You ready for it? Special.com.
Wow.
Reach out to Tobi if you want
Tobi's
to
the broker on this, guys.
Special.com.
Accepting offers
north
of $10 million.
Amazing. Yeah.
Special.com. So we just went through this process at Creative Cubes.
Yeah.
We bought Cubes.Co. So we're always Creative Cubes.co. Now we've launched Corporate Cubes.co, which is our CBD sites. But the engine that we run on is Cubes.co, single name domain. My email is tobi@cubes.co. So simple, so clean. My wife claims to have the smallest email address because she's Sim at, but then Sam joined as our financial controller. So he's Sam at. So they've both got 3 letters and cubes.co. But the domain name is quite fascinating.
It is super important. Myself and my brother own about, 500 domains.
Yeah, wow.
We keep paying the registration fees.
Special.com.
Special.com is my favorite. We also own carousel.com, ends with SALE. We own littlebirdie.com.
Yes.
These are probably the most valuable ones, and we own hundreds in Australia.
So you're an early investor in Little Birdie, no?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And
believe it or not, Tobi, it started in the same street and opposite your current Balaclava office.
Oh, yeah?
At William Street, Balaclava.
Amazing. Special things happen there. Yeah. Talk to me about Fingertip, because I'm a Fingertip user. I really like what it's about. In fact, if I could kind of elaborate a little bit further, our Cubes.co is somewhat of our own version of Fingertip or a Linktree, whereby we're promoting that to the audience that we don't know who's watching. So, Cubes.Co sits on the Southeast Melbourne, Phoenix, Jersey. We don't know if you're a corporate or a creative, but instead of having creative cubes or corporate cubes, we're just going with Cubes.co. People come to that domain. Yeah. Are you a creative? Are you a corporate? Do you want to follow up? The podcast is listed there. Yeah. Do you want to learn more about Mic Drop? Just follow us on socials. And then it trees out to all the other sites. For example, Cubes.co, you click on creative, it'll take you to creativecubes.co. And you can
I'll give you another world exclusive, Tobi, assuming this podcast will be aired in the next 10 days. We launched Fingertip about 1.5 years ago. It only ever had 5 employees, myself and my brother that often don't do much. And we got 2 amazing guys in
Sydney. One guy's in Sydney.
One in Sydney, one in Melbourne, one sales, one programming. And we managed to build a really tremendous business with a great domain name again. The simple offering of Fingertip was the ability to build a very quick mini website.
Yes.
We were inspired by Wix on one side and Linktree on the other side.
Yes.
Long story short, Fingertip was sold this week to Linktree, the global market leader, owned about $3 billion. Interestingly enough, they are based in Collingwood, in Melbourne.
Alex Zachariah is a good friend of mine.
Matt and Ollie are happily integrated and have been working with Linktree for about a month. Myself and Chezi are officially advisors to Linktree.
Beautiful.
We'll see how that works out and what we're going to do. I'm not really sure. It's very early days. Very, very proud of that. Press release is out.
So hot off the press.
Yeah.
Fingertip just got acquired by Linktree. I was actually on a call with Alex Zachariah last week.
Yeah,
he's a friend of mine. We know him through through the events with Adam Schwab at DigiSit. I've been a huge fan of Alex for a long time.
2 Melbourne brothers that managed to build a world-leading brand that we all know. We're very proud to be associated.
Yes, I use Linktree.
It's phenomenal what it is. Last value is about $3 billion.
Something like that. Yeah.
Good on him.
I can imagine it's only growing with, don't quote me on it, but something like 80 or 90 million users.
Yeah, totally.
All the Kim Kardashians of the world, every single band, and everyone in between.
Yeah, phenomenal. Yeah. Phenomenal. We should get Alex on the pod.
Yeah.
He'll come on. He's a star. Gabby, so I just want to bring it back for the audience. Started at Panasales, went to eBay, started selling stuff at eBay, launched Catch of the Day, which then became Catch. I think you exited Catch twice, didn't you? Didn't you bought on some venture capital, bought them back.
Yeah.
Then sold it to Wesfarmers.
Yeah.
Who unfortunately made not such a go of it.
The quick story was, and by the way, it's all in the book Catch of the Decade that everyone read, but we're all starting to forget because it was a while ago. In May 2011, we sold 40% of the business to Tiger Global.
Yes.
Everyone knows Tiger Global right now, the world's #1 VC. But in 2011, no one knew Tiger Global. It was early days, and we were their first Melbourne investment. It was the largest investment into an Australian business at the time, tech business. As I mentioned, 80 million at 200 million valuation. Tiger came and joined the board and made us a little bit more corporate and proper. Tiger were part of our first exit. We're jumping all around right now, but we built a business called Eat Now. Eat Now ended up merging with Menulog, and in May 2015, Eat Now and Menulog were sold as a combined business to JustEat from England for 855 million. It's all there. I'm very good at throwing numbers, but it's all on Google. There's no secrets.
Yeah.
And a little bit after that exit, Tiger were very happy, and we went to them and said, hey guys, it was a lot of fun, but we'd like to run it as a small, just brotherly operated business anymore. We hate all the corporatization of it. And long story short, we agreed on a price that both parties were not happy with, and they got out. So we suddenly owned 100% of the business again. And 3 years later, Catch was sold. It happened just before COVID.
I remember.
In August 2019 to Wesfarmers, the operator of Kmart, Target, Bunnings, and so much more.
I've got a technical question. Feel free not to answer, but
He'll answer.
given
I'm not technical,
tax
so
in Australia and everything else, when people sell a business, I've heard some backstories that, let's say they say, I sold a business for $10 million. How much money goes into everything other than the person's pocket?
Yep.
So the government often takes 40 to 50%.
Yes.
So cut it by half.
Straight up.
And the rest goes to your investors.
Yes.
So when we sold Catch, we owned about 90% of the business, and 10 was shared between our key employees. The maths is pretty simple.
And do you, when those sorts of transactions happen as well, what about stock on hand and all those sorts of things? Do they come out of this sales number?
It's really by negotiation.
Yeah.
So in our case, whatever stock we had on hand, call it $30 million that was sitting in a couple of large warehouses, was included as part of the package.
And
but
sometimes
it can be negotiated.
Yeah, that's right.
Negotiated,
and sometimes, Kate, there's also synergies.
Yeah.
So in my first exit, there were what they call add backs because they didn't need another Tobi. They've already got a CEO. You know what I mean? They didn't need another salesperson. They've already got a suite of salespeople. So all of those synergies kind of come back out and add ultimately to a EBITDA. And then you typically get there's a gazillion ways to slice and dice it, but the way it worked for me was I got a bunch of add backs, which jacked up my EBITDA. And then I had a multiple on that EBITDA. And that included inventory that I had on hand.
Right, okay.
So our deals were very clear cut. There were straight cash and there were 100%, and it requires no further involvement whatsoever of myself and my brother in the future.
The ultimate.
I would have loved to continue and have some part at Catch and be involved in the future of Wesfarmers' e-commerce capability, but I don't think they were interested, so it was never part of the discussion.
Because a lot of the time it goes south when people have got an earn-out and they set these expectations, they don't hit them, and the culture of the organisation changes. I've heard so many of these. And
also they get loaded with debt. Like the businesses get loaded with debt.
Or they get handcuffed that they can't do anything while the business is sinking because they've changed things. Have you had anything go south like that?
Look, again, post-exit, absolutely not.
No,
we washed our hands off the business. Again, I mentioned that I would have loved to be involved, but it was never on the cards. On one side you can say Wesfarmers didn't need us, saying that the truth of the matter, they completely fucked up the transaction and ended up selling the business after 4 or 5 years, having lost 400 or 500 further $1 million.
Yes.
There's a million reasons for it. I'm going to give you one that probably summarizes it all. They let all our great people leave the business. Yeah. When we wrote the book, we left the book with about 200 of our lessons throughout our 20 or so year career. And we left the last lesson for the end of the book. It was lesson number 200, and it basically said it's all about the people. So as much as people remember Gabby and Chezi, and we are the face and the founders, we know that a lot of the credit goes to our top executive people and down to the packer in the warehouse. We could not have done it without them. Sure, we chose them, we built them, we kept them, and we remunerated them properly for them to want to stay and not leave. And unfortunately, Wesfarmers let them all go. And today they are working at every other e-commerce marketing company in the market. I've got friends at Myers and David Jones and Kogan and Big W and you name it. They're all ex-Catch employees.
Yeah, amazing.
Another thing that we did, Tobi, is we were the second marketplace in the country. Today, there's about 30 marketplaces, and it's crazy that the leader of each and every one of them is most likely a Catch employee. Yeah, wow. And it really makes me very proud.
Massive influence, right? Gabby, I was in the kitchen this morning with my daughter, Madison, and she's actually been selected as young Anna in a Frozen musical.
Oh, wow.
And she was saying to me, Dad, my younger self would be so proud of me right now because as a little one, I've got videos of her when it first came out, Frozen, where she goes and hides in the bedroom, knocks on the door and plays out the role. Yeah. My question for you is, zooming out, tremendously successful guy, really humble, always affording time, at least with me. He gives his time. What would your younger self be most proud of with all of this?
Wow. Look, I couldn't pick one thing, but I mean, when I look at my life right now, I've really achieved everything and beyond. People often ask me, Gabby, when you started, did you think that the business will become that big? And my answer to them is, of course not. We just wanted to build a small warehouse in Moorabbin, sell some goods, earn $2,000 a week to have enough money to pay for food and schooling. And the rest just happened, you know, those crazy numbers and multiples just happened. I feel very fortunate. I'm the first to admit that I'm not the smartest guy in the room. I don't understand money.
Well, not when James is here. But if it was just
Kate,
you, me,
I
and
do
Kate,
not
probably.
understand money. I don't understand legal. I don't understand design. I'm a buyer and seller. I'm a people's person. And the rest sort of happened. I'm an accidental entrepreneur, you know.
You are full of joy. You are so
and it's put
happy.
me in an amazing position right now to be able to associate with the right people, open almost every door that I want to, travel as much as I can. And it's crazy. And I got a tear in my eye talking about that. And yeah, it's just happened to me.
Hey, James, what's my most famous saying that you hear me say consistently? Good people win in the end.
Yeah. And I feel that if you're good things happen to you, you know?
Yeah, man.
If you saw my post from yesterday, I did a post on LinkedIn. I found myself being bored, most likely bored over the month of November. And I came up with Movember. I went on LinkedIn and I said, hey, who wants to go for a walk with me? I'm offering my time to young entrepreneurs or non-entrepreneurs. Let's go walk on the exciting streets of Caulfield and talk. And I find that when I give, I get so much back, you know, and I'm going to meet some amazing people in the next month that will make me happier, introduce me to new circles, and just make my life more exciting. Well, so you really give, but you get, and it's just an amazing cycle.
James,
yeah.
I'll get you Gabby's email address. You need to get on his calendar.
Well, I was going to say, do you know what you will get out of that as well? So when you walk, you increase a chemical in your brain called BDNF, which brain-derived neurotropic factor. You will grow new brain cells. So when you're walking and talking, you're not only growing the new brain cells, but everything that you're hearing and learning, you will never get dementia or Alzheimer's.
So if you read my post, I actually said, look, the reason is I'm selfish. I really need to lose some weight and I need to walk more, you know, and it's a lot better walking with someone and talking. It's like a different version of a podcast. There's only so much.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Well, we might just pause it there. We'd love to have you come back on at a later stage, maybe bring some of your entrepreneurs with you. Gabby.
So I think you're meeting one soon that I recommended for a podcast from an amazing company called Lightcard. The founder is Brian.
Yes,
I've
Brian's
recently
coming on.
invested into his business. I met a lot of entrepreneurs and I just fell in love with Brian within 20 seconds, you know?
Yeah, wow.
And I called my brother and I said, look, we've met a lot of guys over the years, but this guy is special. So I'm looking forward to you interviewing him and seeing it for yourself. He's young, he's driven, he's hungry, and he's onto something really good.
Yeah, amazing.
So cool.
We'll have him on in the coming weeks. Yeah. Gabby, may God continue to bless you, man. You're a good person. I love your smile. I love your energy. I'm grateful that our paths crossed. And it's always a pleasure and a privilege to hang out with you.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Tobi.
All right, guys. We're going to hear from Luna, and Kate and I'll be back after this break.
weareluna.co is a great place for you and your business to start off with phenomenal accounting and legal services. So if you're a startup or a scale-up looking for legal and finance support, or alternatively looking to raise capital, weareluna.co is where you need to be starting off.
Kate?
Amazing,
right?
Huge learning there that the business is the people, and we all sort of know this, but when people are acquiring or merging businesses, they often forget not the skills, but the culture to match the people to work. Because if the people don't work, the people leave, and then the business dies.
Well, in Gabby's situation, I'm kind of grateful that people have left, because the influence on Kogan and all these other marketplaces and products and services that we engage with, like Luxury Escapes. We opened the segment. We've both done Luxury Escapes. Adam and his team are phenomenal. I know Gabby and Hezi are behind them as well.
And even with July, I think one of the guys at July is one of Gabby's as well.
We're going to have Ethan on the show shortly.
Yeah.
So we'll double click on that. But amazing guy. It's, he says he got lucky and by chance, but, right place, right time, right energy, right focus, right people, built a team, built a culture.
And a brother
an amazing
to stick by his side too.
I often see Hezi down your way, actually. Sometimes see him on Shelley Beach in Portsea.
And so good.
It's sort of like, Hezi, is that really Hezi? He's just sitting there on his deck chair and just watching the world go past.
I must say, sensational this morning to get out and go for a walk and see the water. And I see that and I'm like, I don't want anything else in my life. Is that silly to think that out loud? Because then you'll get nothing else. But that when you see the world through the lens of the beautiful ocean and, it's fulfilling.
I have two calendars that go off on my phone every day. One is at 10 o'clock at night and it says, tomorrow something great is going to happen to you. And at 6:30 a.m., the next calendar goes off, something great is going to happen today. And so you talking out loud hopefully wills that into your world. But I'm craving freedom. I'm an entrepreneur that would really love to have everything at my fingertips, no pun intended, to just be able to be free and not have to stress and worry about, the trials and tribulations. But I heard an interesting quote. In order to have it all, you have to lose it all.
Oh, that's scary.
And so I'm in the process of, COVID or rebuilding from COVID was now nearly 6 years ago. We're going to stop talking about it. But it's taken that time to really build back up.
Do you know another interpretation of that? I think whenever I have a very low, difficult moment, I remember finding my mum dead. And I think nothing will ever be as bad as that.
Yep.
And I have everything.
That's it. Guys, we're going to wrap it there. Kleenex, buy them from Catch.co. Oh, no, that's no longer available. Buy them from eBay. Buy them from Amazon. Sorry if we made you tear up, but this is a good segment and great people winning. So we hope you continue to win between now and our next show. Thanks, guys.
All right, that's a wrap.